Good evening, this is Todd Vandehay with FinanceTruth.net, and I'm here to teach you practical finance and practical investing. What I mean by that is I'm here to teach you how to make intelligent investment decisions to maximize your financial gains without having to get a degree in finance, without having to spend all of your time poring over charts and data. Okay, simple, common sense solutions to modern finance. First thing you might notice is that I don't look a lot like a typical Wall Street financier. I don't look like the talking heads you may see on Bloomberg or CNBC or anything like that. And that's intentional because I think that mainstream Wall Street, mainstream financial media is pretty ridiculous. Most of it is designed to make themselves money, to encourage general investment in the market rather than intelligent investment in the market, and much of it is designed to grab your attention, get headlines, because that's what sells media spots. Also, with respect to financial advisors, couple quick facts. Number one, the average financial advisor underperforms the market. That's actually true by definition, which is an argument we'll get into in a future video. And also, it should be noted that if you look at the broad spectrum of financial advice, there will always be more buys than sells because financial advisors make money on people buying things, don't usually make money on people selling things. So understand that there's a lot of self-interest in Wall Street, understand there are a lot of agendas on Wall Street, and understand that these big Wall Street firms, financial advisors, people in the media have a lot of restrictions on what they can and cannot advise, what they can and can't do. So what I'm going to do is show you as an average typical investor how it is that you can actually outperform these people because you don't have those restrictions and by being intelligent. I'm going to teach you the Hippocratic Oath of Finance, which is first do no harm, first don't underperform the market, and then teach you how to gain little percentages here and there to increase your returns. I want to tell you one story that really brought home the need for this sort of video series for me. A girl that I know, one of the smartest girls I've ever met in my entire life, who works in a science field, is very rational, very logical, knows how to do math, knows how to do analysis, went to an Ivy League institution. She was talking to me about her personal finances, and she had actually not invested anything. She actually just left it in a savings account making nothing for almost 10 years because she was so afraid of making the wrong move, of losing money because she didn't know what she was doing. And then she had eventually turned it over. She made a very high income. She turned it over to a hedge fund to manage. And it was a friend of hers that was running the hedge fund, someone she trusted, which is a good start. But she didn't know the fees that hedge fund was charging. She didn't know much about the strategy of the hedge fund. She didn't really know what was going on with her money. And it really hit home to me that if someone this intelligent could be this oblivious to finance, I can only imagine how much the average American consumer or average person in the world just probably doesn't know about finance either. And the fact of the matter is, for most of us, we're caught up doing our own thing. We're caught up in making our own income, doing a good job at our own job, being good in our relationships, our families, and we don't want to dedicate our lives to finance. That's not our priority. But that said, getting the finance thing right is such a huge difference in our lives, whether our investments make money and our money grows, or whether we lose our money or it shrinks, can control how many years we have to work in our life, how much, whether we can put our kids through college, can control so many things, the level of luxury we have, whether we can travel, etc. And so while no one really wants to think about finance all the time, it is important to have good general understanding and good guidelines for how to make intelligent financial decisions. I'd like to start off with a quote by Warren Buffett, who is one of the greatest investors of all time. And he said, "I'd rather be approximately right than precisely wrong." And that's what I'm going to teach you how to do. I'm not going to teach you how to pick a bottom. I'm not going to teach you how to time the market. I'm not going to teach you how to squeeze every penny out of an investment. But what I am going to teach you is general economic principles so that you can make good, solid decisions in general over the long term, because that's what finance, that's what investing really is. It's not one or two lucky calls or one or two amazing picks that will change your life and triple your income overnight. If you're doing that, you're probably taking too much risk, to be fair. But what investing is it's a set of rules, a set of guidelines, a set of ways of thinking about the world, thinking about finance, thinking about investment to make intelligent decisions over the long haul and get the best returns over and over and over again for the rest of your life. And ideally, I'm going to teach you how to do that again without having to get a degree in finance and without having to spend your entire lifetime dedicated to studying and research. So that's the objective, that's the goal, and hopefully I'll be able to do that, and you'll gain a lot of good information, and hopefully it'll be pretty entertaining and engaging along the way. So basically, there will be a few different categories of articles and videos that you'll see from me. The first type of category will be general financial information, general financial advice. I may teach you some principles of finance. I may teach you some ideas for how to construct a portfolio, how to pick good stocks, how to not pick bad stocks, which is probably more important even so. And hopefully, in each video, I will also be giving you some practical guidelines so that it'll be something you can use right away, or something that will give you a greater understanding right away. And it should be simple, should be something you can execute on, and hopefully it should bring you some clarity and understanding about the world of finance, so whenever you read or see other things in finance, you can understand them better, and you can look at them with a critical eye to see whether they are legitimate or if they are something that should not be believed. Secondly, another type of video that I'll be doing, videos and articles. The articles, by the way, are financetruth.net on the website. Another type of article I'll be doing is looking at mainstream financial media, looking at articles, looking at videos that have been put out, and basically breaking down exactly what they're saying, breaking down what they actually mean by what they're saying, where they're making sense, where they're not making sense, what you should trust, what you shouldn't. In these videos, I'm going to do the opposite of mainstream financial media. Usually financial media is talking about you should buy this, you shouldn't buy that. I'm not going to make buy and sell recommendations. I will never do that. Okay? What I will do, however, is break down the arguments, break down the reasoning behind the arguments, and let you know whether they're good arguments, whether they're bad arguments, whether they hold weight, whether they're complete, whether you should trust them, so that you can make your own decisions. Because a major premise of what I'm going to teach you is how to think for yourself. Okay? Again, hopefully in a way where you don't have to get a finance degree and you don't have to spend your entire life on it. But how to make intelligent decisions, how to think for yourself, and how to understand what's being put out so that you're not in the dark, you're not acting out of confusion and intimidation by the suits and Ivy League degrees of the talking heads on Bloomberg and CNBC. Okay? So that is all. I'm going to sign off this video, and hopefully I'll see you on the next ones where we can learn a lot and hopefully have some fun.